What's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. This will be my third and the last video to the Sikkim series. If you haven't seen my previous two videos, please do so, where we covered Sikkim from Pakyong airport. We left from Gangtok and now are headed towards Darjeeling, where we had a brief stay as we wanted to check out the famous Happy Valley Tea Garden and the Ropeway. We have reached our hotel in Darjeeling, which is the Sanderling Resort and Spa that we booked via MMT app again. That costed us around 6,800 rupees for 2 nights. We chose this hotel as it was just around 10 minutes of walking distance from the Mall Road of Darjeeling, where we wanted to head out ASAP after reaching the hotel. This is a decent hotel which I would rate 4 out of 5 for the stay, as it was nice, clean and spacious. However, there wasn't a balcony but a large window for a view, as most of the hotels there does not have a balcony. So we went down to this one. You will get all the basic stuff that you expect in a hotel room. After changing, we headed straight towards the Mall Road to check out the local shops and items. You can find many winter clothes and gift items at a reasonable price. While walking down the street, I felt these shops were a bit crammed. However, most of the shops here were about to close as they shut down early around 7 p.m. The Mall Road was not much of a center attraction, as there wasn't many street lights to lit up the mall vibe. All the visibilities were just in front of the shops only if they were open. There were these local street food vendors that were selling the non-veg items, as you can see. Many people were having these, but we did not want to indulge in it as it lacked the hygiene for preparations. So it was the next morning in Darjeeling and we headed straight towards the Sonam kitchen for its famous breakfast items that we heard of. To reach here, you will have to come through a slippery narrow road going a bit upwards in the Mall Road itself, which was a bit difficult to find first via Google Map. It was a nice and compact cafe that serves some amazing pancakes and French toast, which you must try. We saw this information center in the Mall Road itself and booked a 7-point tour at 2,000 rupees for a private taxi. But don't get fooled, as they will not take you to the Happy Valley Tea Estate and will take you to some random tea garden. So our first destination was the Ropeway, which is around 3 kilometers long and takes 45 minutes approx for the whole journey. The ticket would cost you 260 rupees per person. We came here early in the morning and hence there wasn't much crowd that we encountered here. However, later on people started to gather. The common thing we saw was the garbage scattered across in Darjeeling, that may be in Mall Road or here, which needs to be taken care by the government and everyone. This trolley can accommodate a maximum of 6 people. This ropeway was worth the ride, and if you come to Darjeeling, this should definitely be on your to-do list, as you will be able to check out these lush green tea garden with an aerial view, and to top it all, the magnificent view of the Himalayan range, including snow-capped peak of the Kanchenjunga mountain that should complete your Darjeeling trip. Did you know that this ropeway was started in 1968 at an elevation of 7,000 feet? Luckily, the sky was all clear and the sun had lit up the greenery at its best. After the ropeway, we went to the Happy Valley Tea Estate where there is a whole induction presentation for just 100 rupees that you can take, which will guide you on how the tea is made from the scratch and the different machines used. Unfortunately, videography was not allowed, so we could not show you anything. However, the presentation will also include the tea testing of 6 different types of Darjeeling tea. After that, you can head out to the tea garden itself to check out the famous Darjeeling tea leaves spread over 177 hectares of land. It is the second oldest tea estate of Darjeeling after Stenthal Tea Estate, which was established in 1852 and is also one of the highest tea factories in the world. The bushes in the tea garden are as old as 80 years and some are even 150 years old. This is situated around 3 kilometers north of the town below Hillcart Road. Accessible via Loknagar Road from Chowk Bazaar, this tea estate is the closest tea estate to Darjeeling town. March to May are the busiest time here when plucking and processing are in progress. It is open Tuesday to Saturdays from 8 am to 4:30 pm. The very moment you look at these tea gardens, you feel like running wide arms open. It brings one very close to Mother Nature. These tea gardens right below the nose of Kanchenjunga provides a panoramic view to the entire world. You can find many local shops selling teas, but the original Happy Valley tea varieties can only be found here. Our next stop was a brief visit to the Peace Pagoda Temple and Japanese Temple, which are situated 10 minutes away from the city center through a narrow zigzag road built in 1972. The prayer timings here are starting from 4:30 am to 6 am if you want to experience the divine offerings. Finally, our day came to an end in Darjeeling and we are headed to the Glenaries to check out the bakery items. This is a 2-story building that offers dining on the top and bakery at the ground. This is definitely the best bakery of Darjeeling. It's time to say goodbye to Darjeeling as we are headed straight up to the new and famous Skywalk in Pelling the next day, which was started in 2018. On the way, our driver told us that Kanchenjunga can be seen closer and bigger from Pelling than Darjeeling and Gangtok. And boy, how beautiful this mountain looked on the way. The roads were a bit bumpy, obviously, since this was a road less traveled. We reached our hotel in Pelling, which is the Udan Olive Hotel and Spa, which was for 3,300 rupees per night, including the breakfast. We shortlisted this because this was one of the finest hotels because of the clear view and balcony it had showcasing the Kanchenjunga view. The room was nice with huge windows at 2 sides with a breathtaking view. not follow where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Pelling was definitely a great place as it turns out into a different mood in the night where the stars come out clear and play. It's rightly said, wherever you go becomes a part of you somehow. This is a far-flung hotel in the middle of Pelling, which is just 15 minutes away from the Skywalk via car. The toothsome food offered here was whole, but best to come here for dinner as the lunch is not easy to have, since most of the guests are out there traveling, so the food items are less prepared. After having this small brunch, let me show you some marvelous views from our room for which people will travel miles to capture. This is the entry towards India's first glass skywalk and our first visit as well. The ticket price is just $50 and it is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It was one of the most beautiful destinations one could be at as the view itself was astounding, showcasing the Kanchenjunga at its best. After a long hard day of road trip through some rough patches, reaching here will make you feel vitalized all over again. Once you reach here at the Skywalk, you will be welcomed by the golden prayer wheels at each side, which will lead you to the 137 feet tall Chenrezig statue situated at 7,000 feet. You can reach here by flight. Nearest airport will be Pakyong in Sikkim. The local tour package will be available here for around 1,500 to 2,000 rupees for a private taxi, depending upon the car you choose here, including the tickets. After this spectacular and unforgettable experience in Pelling, we are headed back to Gangtok where we started. We are now in Gangtok. You will find these narrow and long stairs somewhere anywhere in between the houses and shops near the MG mark where we are going towards the Ropeway of Gangtok, which is not as long as the Darjeeling's, but it does showcase the extensive view of the Gangtok city from above. It is located just at the end of the MG mark near the taxi stand, which will cost you around 110 rupees per person for a two-way journey. Each cable car can carry 24 people at once. This is a 1 kilometer long stretch. Alright guys, let's check out what this is all about. After that soothing Gangtok ride, we headed straight to the Baker's Cafe, which was all lit up with the exciting decorations for the Christmas. The food and drinks here was delicious and one must certainly check it out once. Finally, our trip has come to an end and we must say our goodbyes to Sikkim, which is a gem of a place to be in. We are back at the Pakyong airport, which is a walking tour in itself, and awaiting our flight that is supposed to take off at 2 p.m. So if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel as there are exciting new videos on the way. And if you haven't checked out my previous videos, do check it out for the entire trip. So long and happy traveling.